All right, it's time to go to our hotline there. We got 717-844-5984. That is Dr. Steve's hotline. You can call in your question. So here's our first question from the hotline.
Dr. Steve, this is Steve. Just wondering if Pam Bondi and the Trump administration will use Mississippi versus Johnson, the 1867 Supreme Court case, barring rogue judges from going against the president. Let me know. Thank you.
All right, Steve. Thank you. Ooh, you're giving me that's a tough one there. Yeah, Mississippi versus Johnson. You're right, 1867. A president cannot be. It was a 9-0 decision. I had to look this one up. 9-0 decision. President cannot be sued to prevent them from carrying out executive responsibilities. And it's not even dealing with tasks required by law, but also just simply that which involved executive judgment and political considerations as well. Great question. I did a quick search. I have not seen Pam Bondi reference, or at least in the search, I did not see her reference Mississippi versus Johnson. Sounds great. We should get that out there. Maybe ask her about that particularly. Again, it just seems to me they're playing a bit of the waiting game right now. So you're getting all these activist judges. And literally weeks from now, this summer, we're supposed to be getting a decision by the Supreme Court involving the president's executive powers and whether or not these federal judiciary have the right or any jurisdiction over those powers and ordering the president what he can or cannot do. So it looks like, I mean, again, if we use the past decision when it came to immunity, it looks like it's a slam dunk, at least a 5-4 decision where they're going to say, no, these judges do not have jurisdiction over the president. Again, if these judges didn't have jurisdiction over if they couldn't hold him accountable for his executive actions in those 4 indictments, they're not going to be able to hold him. They don't have jurisdiction in these cases either. So they're just playing the waiting game. And what they're doing is they're basically they're ignoring these judges, largely ignoring them and their decisions as it goes through the appellate process. And then they're just waiting on the Supreme Court to give its ruling. If not, again, there's all kinds of ways that the Trump administration could respond. I mean, if the Supreme Court delays or gives us a ruling that's insane, and one of those ways would be suspending habeas corpus, and then there would not be in any sense the illegal migrants could be deported without due process, because that's exactly what habeas corpus suspends. So we'll keep an eye on what happens, but I love it. Mississippi versus Johnson, that might be another angle to take as well. But first, gang, did you know scammers can literally steal your home right out from under you? Yeah, it's true. The FBI actually calls it house stealing, and it's a growing real estate scam targeting American homeowners. Basically, criminals forge your signature on one document, use a fake notary stamp, pay a small fee, and file it with your local recorder's office. And just like that, your home title has been transferred out of your name. Then they can take out loans using your equity as collateral, or even sell the property behind your back, and you won't even know it's happening until you start getting collection or foreclosure notices. So let me ask you, when was the last time you checked your home title? Well, if you're like me, the answer is never. And that's exactly what scammers are counting on. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. Their $1 million triple lock protection helps keep your home and equity safe. Here's what you get. You get immediate 24/7 monitoring of your property. You get urgent alerts if there are any changes. And if fraud should happen, their U.S.-based restoration team will spend up to $1 million to fix the fraud and restore your title at no additional cost. And here's the best part. I've teamed up with Home Title Lock to give you a free title history report so you can find out if you've already been a victim, and access to your personal title expert. That's a $250 value just for signing up. So go to HometitleLock.com and use my promo code Turley250. That's Turley250, or click on the link in the description below. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code Turley250 to get the protection and peace of mind you deserve.
Steve, I understand the governor of Connecticut is going to force homeschoolers to vaccinate their children and may require them to attend public schools so that all the curriculum is in alignment with the DEA, LGBTQ, etc. Anyway, I hope you'll look into that. Richard Wells, I'm a big fan of yours, and God bless.
Thanks, Richard. Yeah, Connecticut's my old stomping grounds, where I grew up. Yeah, I'm not, I mean, again, good luck. It's not going to hold up in the Supreme Court. This is just nonsense. The Supreme Court knocked down pretty much all of Biden's vaccine mandates, and knocked down pretty much all vaccine mandates, even state. I didn't even know if the state level mandates even needed to make their way up to the Supreme Court. You cannot mandate free citizens to be vaccinated against their will. Now, again, there were some exceptions. The exception being healthcare workers. Exception, I believe, if they even had some military exceptions because there is precedent there. But no, they don't. I mean, if you have opted out of the public school system, then the governor. I mean, you're paying your taxes. You're supporting the public school system, but the governor has very, very little authority and jurisdiction over your body, if any. So outside of you're breaking the law, an already established law. So I don't think we have to worry about it. Again, they may push that. They push stuff like, again, the question I think is, why do they push that? Why do they always defer to that? Well, remember, liberalism basically made the argument in the 1960s. It started with the New Deal, but it got on steroids with the Great Society. And that was this notion, when all said and done, LBJ's Great Society made the argument that the work needed to produce the Great Society is no longer in the hands of citizens. It's now in the hands of bureaucrats. It's now in the hands of literally an expert class. And this is very globalist. It's very modernist. Modernist systems, economic, political systems are all operated by technologists and supposed experts. And so this is why liberals are constantly deferring to experts. It's because ever since the 1960s, we've pushed this notion that a great society, a wonderfully free and flourishing society, ironically, is one that is achieved through our submission to bureaucratic experts. They're the ones who are going to bring this society about. It's not individual. It's not faith, family, and freedom. It's a complete opposite of a subsidiary-based conservatism. So that to me is why liberals are so prone to this totalitarian approach to things. But it won't stand in court. You don't have to worry about that.
Dr. Turley, hello, it's Bruce Cook here from Southern California. Listen, I just wanted to talk to you for a second about what I think Letitia James has done. That I don't think anyone's covered this before. I haven't seen any videos from anyone about it. Maybe they have. If they did, I missed it. But anyways, the projection that she engaged in against President Trump. It's amazing that the things that she was accusing President Trump of were the exact crimes that she herself was committing or has committed. So if you could do a video about a lot of the the fraud that she's committed, and point by point, and exactly what it is, and then what she accused President Trump of. The projection is amazing. I was just blown away by the fact that she's just projecting what she did, her sins. She's projecting it on President Trump and dragged him through all this hell. So, anyways, that's about it. I just want to pass that off to you. And thanks for the phone number here. I appreciate it that people can call in and leave comments and so forth. So, and thanks for all the videos. You're very inspiring. And I watch your videos every day, and I just can't thank you enough for all the good work. And It's like, wow. I've been watching your channel for years, and just so thankful for all the videos and everything and information you've given to us. And thank you, Dr. Steve. Take care. Thank you. Bye now.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. Thank you. That means more than you ever know. Thank you, Bruce. Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. She's being investigated for real estate, tax fraud, basically, through real estate. They're shielding her money through real estate. It's insane. You're right. It's exactly right. Now, why is she projecting? Well, it's because she's a psychopath. That's what psychopaths do, Bruce. That seriously, I'm actually being totally serious. That's what psychopaths do. So there's multiple layers of analysis here. So first you have the Andrei Lubachevsky, Carvalho, Olavo de Carvalho, the Brazilian philosopher, and the Polish psychologist Andrei Lubachevsky. They both arrived to the same conclusion, coming at it from different angles, that liberals are fundamentally psychopaths. They both studied Marxists. Lubachevsky, Eastern European Marxists, and Olavo de Carvalho, Brazilian Marxists, and Latin American Marxists. They both studied Marxists their entire adult lives, and they both came to the conclusion that Marxists are psychopaths. Left-wing progressives ultimately are psychopaths. I'm not talking about, your milquetoast, run-of-the-mill kind of center-left. I'm talking hardcore, like Letitia James. They are fundamentally psychopaths. And what psychopaths do is they are prone to malevolent manipulation. And if you can manipulate the masses, all the better. That's why they tend to be attracted to political outlets and organizations and platforms and so on. And one of the primary ways that psychopaths manipulate is through projection, where they impute to others the very sins that they're committing. And what projection does, the advantage of projection, is it allows you to admit a crime without admitting to the crime. So there was a crime, it happened, Letitia James is committing it. There was a crime, it happened, right? Tax fraud, so real estate shenanigans that she's involved in. But you're trying to frame someone else for it. Now it's not it breaks down in that it's not her own property, it's someone else's property. But what the projector does is they take advantage of the fact that, yes, there is a crime, everyone sees it, tax fraud, but they're able to try to frame somebody else for that. And they're brilliant and they're masters at it. And they whip people up into a frenzy believing it. So it enables them to admit a crime without admitting to the crime, and then they get off on it, to be honest with you, because again, they're psychopaths. They are inclined, they are disposed toward malevolently manipulating as many people as they can. So yeah, I think you nailed it. I do, Bruce. I think you nailed. I think you psychologically analyzed and pinned perfectly what Letitia James is doing. She is the textbook definition of a psychopathic projector, and you nailed it. So yes, maybe we'll have to do a video of that now that formal investigation is being launched into her shenanigans. Hey there, Turley Talker. You know what? I'd love to hear from you. That's why I'm launching the Dr. Steve Hotline, where you can call in, leave a question, and maybe even hear your own voice featured on an upcoming episode of the show. Whether it's about the latest political shakeup or cultural trends or how we keep pushing forward in this new conservative age, I want to know what's on your mind. Call me at 717-844-5984. Just leave your question. I'll be checking in every single week to answer as many as I can. Again, that's 717-844-5984. Your chance to be a part of the conversation. One more time, 717-844-5984. Give me a call and let's talk.